Let me do a quick video on my Primacane Freedom and Travelers. This is about 4 feet tall. Typically I'm going to prune at 4 feet, but I'm wanting to do some cuttings, do some propagating of these to fill in some dead spots that did not make it. And so I won't be pruning, but I will show you. We've got some berries, a few. These are the ones I planted back in the spring. But again, this is 4 feet tall, but look at these runners. Those are 8 feet, I would say an easy 8 feet long. So this plant is just doing amazing. It has probably got 10 or 15 branches, canes actually. And those, I hadn't pruned, I did prune a few of them, if I remember right. I think I did prune some on this one. On some of these, maybe I didn't on this one. And again, this is where I would typically, I prune that one. This is typically where I would prune them at about 4 feet. But I need to, when it gets a little cooler, I need to come in here and cut it off there and try to root some of these cuttings for my own personal use, which I believe is legal. That's another one. This one is going to be from a plug. That one was a bare root. The bare roots have done so much better than the plugs. So if you can get, I bought these at Norse Farms, N-O-U-R-S-E. And if you can get the bare root, I'll try to remember to link to the video where I showed you the root systems and such. If you can get a bare root, I would suggest doing that. They have absolutely gone crazy. Some of them don't look, look a little sad, but they're doing pretty well. This one is probably 4 feet tall. This one, and some of them have sprawled, and you'll notice even though you buy a blackberry plant that says it is erect, in other words, it's supposed to come straight up, and at some point it gets so heavy that it'll fall over. And that's what's happened to some of these. They're just, I let them get too long, but I didn't particularly want to prune them. First year, I kind of leave them alone. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. That right there is probably 10 feet long. Starts right there in the center and goes out. It's at least 8, if not 10. I would say that's a good 10. So these are about 6 feet long. Has really, really done nice, producing some berries. As you saw, some red ones here. Not a huge crop, and I've always said that the fall crop, the ever-bearing type crop, is not a good crop. So anyway, let me show you. I had some casualties. Now this one I thought was deader than a hammer, and it has come back. It died. You can see the top growth had died off, but it's coming back. So some of these may rejuvenate. We've just got 2 inches of rain today, and I watered the other day, and anyways, they're doing pretty well. But I want to show you the Travelers. These are the Freedoms, again, Primark Freedoms. Missed a spot here. I think it's the only one. I don't think I had one here, but right there, that one died. So I do have some casualties. That one, obviously, is no longer with us. That one is no longer with us. I've got a big ant bed right there, and that could have been the problem. I didn't see that ant bed, and I didn't kill it. But this, they by and large, they look pretty dang good. This is probably going to be a one from the plug. When I say plug, they came looking about like a 6-pack of tomatoes, about that size root system, maybe a 1 inch by 2 inch root. In earth, in soil, potting soil. So this is the end of the row. That one died. I had one right there. It died. That one died. So I got 2, 3, 4, probably 6 out of this 100-foot row died. I think I put 15, maybe 25, maybe 6 out of 25 did not make it. But I think the ones that did make it. Well, there's one here too. Right there, I'm pretty sure I had one there and it died. But the ones that did make it are doing spectacularly. Again, it's man, they really look nice. This is 6-month-old plants. You can't beat that for 6-month-old plant growth. This one's not great, but it's not bad, and it's had some struggles. As you can see, the leaves pretty brown there, but it's coming back. I don't know. I think this summer was hot, was dry. I watered, but still, it's just not the same as getting some good rain. Now these are the travelers, and as you will notice, that row does not look like that row does. Okay, I've got some missing in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I've got about 6, like I say, missing that died in this row. But this is the travelers, and now these were all plugs, but the traveler is not doing as well. And actually thought I had lost that plant. It came up and died, and now it's coming back. I thought I had lost that plant. It has come back. I thought I lost that weed, but it came back. But I did lose one there, there, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a stretch here. 8 plants in this stretch here did not make it, and I don't know why. These were all the plugs. None of these were bare root. And then there's 9 and 10, and then there's 11, and I believe I had one right in there, which would be 12. And then the end of the row looks pretty good. It looks about like the freedoms. So the reason I hadn't pruned these, again, I haven't pruned the travelers either. I pruned a few, but when I got to thinking about it and saw that I had so many dying, then I quit pruning. And I will come in here and propagate these to fill in the dead spots, because I got a big line of dead spot there. So just wanted to show you the update, probably longer than what I needed to talk. Well, here's some dead ones down here too. I mean, some that did not make it. There, maybe there, I'm not sure. That's the end of my row. I would say there's 3 here that didn't make it. So I lost. Travelers are not doing near as well as the freedoms are doing. I don't see any blackberries. I don't see any berries on the travelers, and I do see, you know, a few on the freedoms. So right now, I'm a big believer in the freedoms. I'm going to keep the travelers. I'm going to try to fill in this row with propagated plants. And if that doesn't work, then I'll buy a few more to fill in the row. And but right now, it's hard to beat the freedoms. I lost a bunch. I think that was my fault. I did a video on it and showed you failure, and in fact, it was a total failure last year. But this year have done real well. I've got stuff out in the walkway that I just need to hurry up for the weather to kind of cool off enough to where I feel comfortable about propagating. A lot of people ask about propagating. I have found that propagating in the summer is just not, for me in Texas, not a good time to do it. So I do winter and spring propagation if I do any at all, or fall and spring. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that the freedoms look great. Got some dead spots. Yes, got a dead spot. Yes, got a dead spot. But by and large, the freedoms look really good. I lost about 6, maybe 8. I didn't go by and I didn't count, but 6 to 8 of these. But compared to, I don't know, 12 or 15 of the travelers. So right now, I like the freedoms. That's a long dead spot on those travelers there. So here they are. Again, these came from Nourse, N-O-U-R-S-E, Nourse Farms, and they had the best price. And if you get some with, if you can get the bare root, just it looks like a stick with a bunch of roots hanging off of it, man, those things went crazy. Really took off. So that's what I would recommend, is the bare root. And that's it. We'll talk to you later. we're gone.